What is up, beautiful people? Francisco Gomez here, and welcome to the very first episode of The Progressing Male, my new show. I'm so excited. Here we are trying to create an open space to have conversations that challenges people, but also conversations that may have stigmas attached to them. Here we are trying to break the stereotype that men cannot communicate, that we can't access our emotions, and more importantly, that men are not allies. We're here to fight cancel culture because, in my opinion, having opposites sometimes attract, but also talking about things means that we can have a better solution. So don't cancel us, teach us. If you're watching this on YouTube, the comments down below is your best friend. Please let us know what you think. We would love to join in the conversation. Now, you definitely heard the word we a few times, and we means I am not alone. I am Oh, should I start again? Oh, fuck, I fucked it up.
Sorry, it was just, I was like, you're going to hear that the whole way.
Yeah, you are. Okay. Okay. What is up, mi gente? Francisco Gomez here, and welcome to my very first episode of The Progressing Male. I am so excited to show you my new baby. Oh gosh, this feels amazing. I've been planning this for a while, and I'm so excited to be here. Here at The Progressing Male, I'm trying to create an open space to have conversations that challenges people, but some conversations that maybe have stigmas attached to them. Here we are going to try and break the stereotypes that men cannot communicate, that we can't access our emotions, and definitely that we cannot be allies, because guess what? We can. Also, I'm on a mission to cancel and challenge cancel culture, because if we disagree, that doesn't mean you have to cancel us. It means that we have grown conversations and try to either agree, disagree, or learn something new. And this is the space for that. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please comment down below. We cannot wait to hear what you have to say. Now, you heard me say we, so it's only one thing to do. The we means I am joined by two beautiful co-hosts. To my left, we have dancer to Nicole Scherzinger, Justin Timberlake lies, Justin Bieber, Kylie Minogue, and Jason Derulo. And he is the creator of the Ins and Out podcast, Kane Silver.
I'm not going to lie, you got me so excited.
I
And you're
know.
like, Justin Timberlake. I was like, did I?
He loves
heart.
I did that on purpose. Justin Timberlake is his idol and he hasn't danced for him yet.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Hello, I
saying.
believe in you, brother.
Come on now.
And to my left, oh my goodness, one of the goats of UK dance, the man, motivational speaker, motivational instigator, dancer to Jamelia. Do you remember Victoria Beckham and the Dave Bowers video? That was him. That was him. Listen, when I'm telling you this is one of my dance heroes and it's an honor to have him here. Are you ready, ladies and gents? It is Dwayne Nosworthy.
Bro, where's your noise? Where is... What's the matter with you,
I was
man?
just about to say it's like being sat next to royalty.
Well, yeah. Well, next
take
time,
it
make
back.
more noise.
Sorry, bro.
You expected more heart.
I'm
It's
just saying, you get me?
It's all right, he's a hater. It's all right, it's all
I'm
right.
not, you're my hero.
Just say Justin Timberlake. And
That's wrong. That's bad, man. Cisco.
Hi, guys.
Hi, sis.
Welcome, and thank you so much for joining me on this ride.
Let's go.
It's a pleasure. I'm looking forward to this, you know.
I'm excited.
I am too.
I'm a little bit scared as well. I
You
don't
should
know.
be. You should be.
Why?
No, I'm joking. I don't
why
know
are you
why.
doing that? Why
It
you-
felt like I should have said that.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Well, I think this episode, I think we should talk about the now, because in other episodes we go in, and we're going to go in.
Yeah.
You know, because I believe in transparency, and you guys were chosen to join me in this amazing journey because I know you guys give it to me straight, no chaser.
Yep.
So for this one, I want to talk about Hollywood. AKA
Hollywood.
Hollywood. Yeah, because
like,
there's a
who's she?
lot of shit that's going on.
Right.
And there's a few things that have gone on that I'm still not happy about.
Okay.
Tell
One
us.
of the topics I want to talk about is what happened to Paul Will Smith. Now, in case you lived underneath a rock,
Major trigger
this
for me.
year's Oscars, he got up on stage because his wife got offended and he slapped the shit out of Chris Rock.
Yeah.
And then sat down and proceeded to say, keep your wife's name out of your fucking mouth.
Well, his wife's name. Yeah.
Yeah,
My
that's
wife,
what I
yeah.
mean, Dwayne.
Is that
Like my
your
American
accent?
accent. No, it's not.
That was mad.
That was actually supposed to be a Will Smith impersonation that went wrong. But anyway,
Yeah.
yes, he embarrassed himself. Yes, he was out of pocket. I understand why he did it because I've read his book. But I think, boys, that we've taken it too far. I think that the Academy have taken it too far. And I think that there are worse people out there, celebrities who have not been reprimanded for their behavior. And I think that this has happened to a black man specifically because of his color of his skin and because his status and his track record should mean something. And I mean that because, you know, with entanglements and all, the Smith family have done an amazing job of how to be or come correct in Hollywood.
Right.
So to be banned from the Academy Awards for 10 years, a bit of a stretch. All of his films, he had three films that were going to come out or in the works, all halted or not happening now. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, or you might think otherwise. I think that we've exaggerated it because Epstein didn't get all this hoo-ha.
Prince Andrew didn't get all this hoo-ha.
Hello.
I'm just saying.
Prince, right.
That's what I'm saying,
But do you know what I
Prince.
mean? I'm just thinking, and you know how it is, you know, when they use the black card and was like, oh, here we go again. No, but I do think that has a major role to play.
It's a shame, but it does.
Yeah. What do you think about this, Dwayne?
I think a lot about it. Firstly, I'm not tolerating Will slapping anyone.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
disappointed.
Like I'd be disappointed whoever does it. It's like I'm not okaying bad behavior. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I'm also not gonna get lost in condemning, even if I'm not condoning. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm not condoning his behavior, but I'm not gonna get lost in condemning Will now for one thing that he's done. And I'm definitely not into this kind of cancel culture of Will and Jada, because although people are talking about Will, all they're doing is blaming Jada. And I find that quite ugly. I just find it quite ugly because no one blamed Jada for the rise of Will's career.
Come on.
No, nobody said a word. They didn't say, oh, that's because he's got Jada beside him. No. But the moment we're saying the demise, because it's not a demise, it's just one situation that's taking place and people want to
It's
see.
a season.
Right. Now it's Jada's fault because of the entanglement and all those things. When, if I'm honest, bruv, every single one of us are involved in our own personal entanglement in our lives. I'm not talking about the exact entanglement, but we all are going through things that nobody knows about. It's just that, Cisco, if you're going through your shit, the world doesn't know.
Right.
If you're going through your shit, Kane, the world don't know. If I'm going through my shit, the world don't know. But all of a sudden, I'm Will Smith. Now the world knows. Now the world cares, and the world think that their opinion matters on what's going on in their personal life.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Like they've already said, there's one thing that Will said, that you are watching a live experiment of how to do this. And nobody takes everything into account. They only consider the one thing that's taken place, which is the entanglement and the slap. Everything else that Will and Jada have discussed or said, nobody knows nothing. And then they grab onto little bits to basically confirm their narrative. So little things. Yeah, they've always been open. They've always been doing these things. Have you seen the whole episode of that, what you watched, that clip?
Right.
Because I've seen it. Have you heard the whole version of that little part that you heard? Because I have listened.
So you're saying people are picking and choosing what to take and they're just running with it and exaggerating
Because they want to believe that Will is on his demise and Jada is to blame for it.
Yeah.
Period. Now, I'm not saying that Jada may not be a contributing factor and Will might be on whatever it is. I'm just saying, why are we feeding into the demise? Why are we feeding into the destruction of
someone who's brought so much joy, so much talent, and
Cisco, of anyone?
Yeah.
Why would we feed into that of anyone? I know we're
True.
speaking specifically about Will and Will, but Jada's a contributing factor to that because obviously she's his wife. A lot of people now, they don't believe in her red table and all of these things. It's kind of like, I just feel like you said, people are going too far because they want to believe in the hype of the demise. They want to believe in the hype of the condemning. But where was your energy when it was like, let's speak highly of these people? Where is that energy?
Yeah.
I don't see it. That's all I'm saying. I don't see the same energy. I just see that they're ready.
So you think it's an exaggeration the way the world's gone on to him?
Of course it's an exaggeration because nobody was screaming and shouting about Prince Andrew or Epstein or Weinstein, whichever Steen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a strange one because like reading his biography, just 2 chapters in, you get why he would do that. It doesn't excuse his behavior.
Of course
But
not.
he's always felt like a coward. And he's never felt like he's in the right place at the right time to stand up for anything. And it happened with his family. With his father, his father was very handsy with his mum, and he could never be the one who piped up or defended. So I think that's an accumulation of like decades of wanting to do that, / living that Hollywood persona to the extent, oh, this is how people think I should be behaving, or even him, his personal feelings
And he's always
about how
said
a
that
man.
he's been like that.
Yeah. And so I mean, and in my head, I was like, Will, of all times, if you wanted to go road on Chris,
That
what you
wasn't
should
the
have done
place.
is backstage,
Backstage,
rough him up.
hold him up a bit. Say, big man, how you?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But there was a twang of arrogance and toxic masculinity when he did
Which
it.
I think had nothing to do with Jada.
Yes,
It was
nothing.
all Will's decision.
But I was just like, I didn't sleep that night, and I was like, I don't even know you. I think it's because the sheer disappointment. I'm like,
But again, Cisco, I could be wrong about that too. It could be all of the above. I just feel like we shouldn't get lost in condemning him or her.
I think there's being a massive exaggeration, and you have people like Piers Morgan, who is literally the poster child of bloody white privilege, because my man has walked off set,
dickhead,
been so unprofessional, been rude, not even like controversial, just rude,
straighten up,
and he walks off his set, doesn't have that job anymore in Good Morning Britain or whatever it's called, and then now he's got his own show where he can continue playing games. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I'm sorry, like, it's just not a double standard that's acceptable or that is fair.
He slapped the whole world in their face.
Yeah.
Numerous times.
And
they gave him his own show.
Yeah.
Will slapped another black man and they banned him for 10 years.
And also, fun fact, Chris didn't want to press charges.
Nope.
He's dealt with it and he's joked about it now. If the person that it affected wants to not do anything about it, we need to respect that.
Yeah, but also the person that is affected, it massively is just help him sell out his tour.
He's
He's reaped very good benefits from
Chris
being
did
slapped
get
once.
good.
You can slap me once
ticket sales
for those ticket sales.
Do you lot know that there is a clip of that exact same scene? And I don't mean to call it a scene. I'm just saying to you lot what it is. I'd have to find it for us. But of that exact same thing, somebody, an actor, it's in a movie, goes up and slaps someone at an award ceremony and goes back and says the exact same words.
Yeah. The conspiracy theorists brought that up because they're like, this is... Yeah.
Word for word.
Like this. Keep my wife's name.
Yeah.
Yes, the same thing.
Because the conspiracy theorists are saying that this is just because they believe that the Smiths belong to a higher society of a chosen few, and they have to sacrifice certain things to gain more. And so if you look at the footage that Dwayne was talking about, it's very, very similar. And so people are saying that he's done this to climb the ladder.
I need to see this.
That's a conspiracy theorist
but the
theory.
The video is exact. He goes up and slaps the man and then shouts from the audience the same words.
Yeah, I'm not surprised because Hollywood is called Hollywood for a reason.
You can't call it Hollywood.
All I was thinking, like, there's no excuse for getting up and slapping, and it's not okay. But I was like, if I got up, if we were in a bar, let alone the Oscars, and I walked up and slapped someone and they sat back down, my girl would, what are you doing? Like, she'd be like, you're a dick. What are you doing? Why would you act like that?
Yeah.
But how she's so calmly sat there.
But do you know
Like,
why
as
though?
if,
Because
like-
she probably knows better to like retaliate or react in that moment, because then he might get more irate or more offended that she piped up.
1,000%.
Like if you know what I mean.
couldn't pipe up. I'm telling you now, bruv. Where your woman might be able to.
She'd just be like, what are you doing?
Any woman in my life, if I've gone there,
Don't add fuel to the fire.
Speak. That's how I can get. I'm telling you, even as my brethren, if I've gone to that level, you have to know how to speak to me. You have to know how to come to me. If you don't, I'm fucking up everything. And that's me. And I'm not a person who goes there. That's what I'm saying to you. I'm telling you straight. Cassie has tried to come in between the middle of me and someone that I need to get to. I have lifted her out of the way. Lifted her. Do not get in the way of me and where I am going.
Yeah.
When I'm there. When a guy is, and it's even for the same thing, because it's not really about Cassie. When a guy has decided to maybe move to Cassie, blah, 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 when we were going for our stage and whatever, and someone's moved to her, it's not that he's moved to her. It's the fact that you think I'm a dickhead. Because you know she's my girl. So you thought you could do that. If Cassie's got the choice to move with you or not, but you know she's my girl at the time, and you did that. Cassie was like, no. I said, lifted her, moved her, and I went directly to where I wanted to go to, because you're who I want to deal with.
Mm-hmm. And for our viewers, Cassie is the mother of Dwayne's beautiful children. He has 3 kids.
Thank you. I forgot to mention that. My bad, guys. I got real engrossed in my story.
Okay.
No, but I also think from my experience as well, black or women of color, when the man goes there, the woman's two type. A Jada.
Or she goes to.
Or get the hoops, bitch.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And guess what? Jada's both of those women.
Right. But because they're in Hollywood and at the Oscars, she was like, oh, I better sit and look pretty in this.
And it's her first time invited.
And again, we weren't there. We didn't see the whole thing. Everyone keeps speculating and thinking that it was this, that, and the other. They're saying on the other camera is this. There was no other camera. It's just someone else filming it. And again, it's still not in real time. So we don't know. I don't know what she did or what he did.
I think the way his career is going now is going to be harmful for men because it's going to make us hesitate to make mistakes. Now, saying that getting up and slapping someone in the award show
a mistake,
is never... No, but with his track record, let's talk about his specific track record.
Never been...
That guy.
Never been that guy. No.
So for his particular track record, remember, he doesn't come from Jersey Shore. He's not an MMF fighter, whatever those letters are. I don't watch it clearly.
Aladdin.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? He's a Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
And
straight.
The most dramatic thing you've heard is when Red Table Talk season came about the entanglement.
That's it.
He has an A-star in decorum and chivalry. So here's one time, which was a lot for everyone. But here's one time, we shouldn't be... But this now, it's going to like... I reckon it's going to make people not want to F up. And I feel like, and I'm going to say this in many episodes, to mess up sometimes, the beauty in that in the repair, that journey is necessary sometimes. And his is really far left of the spectrum.
But I think where they fucked up is like, they don't need to cancel him. They don't need to be like, you can't come for 10 years, but... You shouldn't have let him sit back down. You shouldn't have let him carry on the awards ceremony. You should have said, look, bro, get the fuck out.
There's two stories that happened. Apparently,
apparently people did ask.
Apparently producers asked and he said no.
He refused.
But apparently also what I heard is that never happened. That was just a whisper.
Yeah, them covering their own
headline.
back to say that they tried to do something about it as opposed to letting him sit
But I don't
down.
think that happened because everyone working for the Oscars, besides the people who are security, know who won the Oscars. So they can't, after that slap, then afford for the person that slapped Chris not be there to take his award. That's hella awkward.
Yeah.
That's even more awkward than the slap. So I
thought they just like prefer the story anyway. He wasn't there. They love it, man.
Or is it conspiracy that no one really watches the Oscars anymore and they want to get
Well, no, they don't. And this is why this is the best thing that could have happened to the Oscars.
because for the Oscars, it's the first time people have Googled Oscars in probably 10 years.
His actions overshadowed the whole Oscars period, especially because his film King James?
Mm-hmm.
King Richard.
King Richard, I said King James. King Richard.
Richard. Sorry, that's
wow. It overshadowed everything, and it embarrassed for me the whole cast. The Williams sisters, they were like just grinning teeth, like okay, because the shady cameramen were like, where are they?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Scumbags.
Like, but say Will, I know. I don't need to know you. I know you're getting the help that you need
and deserve
to prevent that, but I can't wait for you to come back.
I don't know, but I saw that. I don't watch the Red Table Talk or anything, but I saw that she was like, I think Will and Chris should come on the show and see it out, make friends. I'm like, of course you do. You're going to get more views than you ever, ever got in the world.
I wouldn't say it, but I'd be expecting that because I need viewerships. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like...
I mean, what, you think Cisco wouldn't do that if he's
no, for sure.
That's a smart woman.
My thing is, it's like, remember that, again, I don't know, but the Red Table has always been from a space of organicness for her to have a safe, just like this, it's a safe space. But everybody is still going to want them numbers. You got in and out for a reason, bro.
But they're not me.
No,
they're Smiths. They're multi-millionaires.
They are.
What they need it for.
This is the thing that people get wrong. They are you. They came from the same place you came from, vagina. Every single one of us.
And they eat, fart, and poo just like you.
And that's the problem. The problem is that they can't do what we do because they're not us. No, that shit is bullshit, and it's a stigma that we need to lose. They're human. We're human. Remember that. No matter how this the society wants to say that they're above us, they're not.
No, I'm not saying they're above us.
They're not above us, and we're not below them.
But what more attention do you need?
That's the thing, is that's where you're getting it wrong. Although you might be getting it right. I would do the same thing, but I'm Dwayne. You wouldn't say that about me. But if I was Dwayne, Will Smith status, would you be saying the same about me?
Yeah, go bro, allow it.
You wouldn't. because you know me.
I go, bro, allow it. You got three films coming out.
No, he doesn't. They banned it.
They did.
No, but he
Tell
didn't.
all
No,
this
you're saying
uproar.
about the slap. You're talking about after it dies down. We're talking about the red table. A space. The red table is done in their yard.
She's a creative trying to like branch out.
They're not somewhere. They're at home.
Yeah.
So even if you are right, my thing is, if I were doing it or you were doing it, I wouldn't say that about you, Kane, because I know you, but we don't know them. So we speak and speculate on something we know zero about. I could be wrong, but I'm still not going to speculate in a way that condemns. That's all I'm saying. I could be totally wrong. You could be 100,000% right.
I have no idea. I just think it's weird.
I don't.
Yeah.
It actually makes total sense because I know if Cisco's Cisco's gonna be, yeah, the Latino Oprah, right? And I guarantee that if something happens in his life, I'm not saying everything, but something to this magnitude and blah, 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 once he's made it, he would say, come on my show, let's speak about it.
Yeah. Or they're trying to capitalize off something which...
Well, to be honest, it happened so public, so it would only make sense for it to happen in public. But I would personally speak to that person a bit beforehand because the fixing is more important than the show.
Yes. Yeah. But we don't see that part. So we only think that it's that. But if you know, again, the one thing is, now I told you that they're not that. They talk, they speak before they go on a show. There is no, let's just do it and air it on the show. That's not how they move. And they've been in the game long enough to not move like that. It's just a platform.
Okay, what side effects do you think it has on for other comedians?
Oh, do you know what's funny? Funny you said that.
It happened to Dave Chappelle like 2 weeks later.
Yeah, but...
random though.
But even still, it's like...
I guess he was on stage or backstage. Chris.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. I saw it. Do you know
it's at Hollywood Bowl, right?
Yeah. You know what it is?
Got fucked up.
Yeah, but a lot of people Amy, you know the comedian Amy Schumer,
yeah.
She was like, oh, I'm, basically fearing for her career, for her life. And I was like, okay, white lady, calm down. But then...
Okay, Karen.
No, but you know what I mean? It's a bit like, love, that's not going to happen, especially now that it's happened in the Oscars. Security's going to be tight. But a lot of comedians sided with her. They were like, this has changed everything because now we have to worry about the people watching attacking us because if Will can do it,
because it was
anyone can do it.
Because it was okay because he was allowed to sit back in his seat.
Exactly, yeah.
But we all know why.
Yes.
Yeah, I know we do.
But we all forget. Like, she's now lost that.
But not everyone's as intelligent as us
but most
to know
are.
why.
But
yeah,
most
you'd be surprised.
No, most are. Because the person I'm telling you, if you're watching a show, how much of those people in a show, if you're in Wembley, are thinking, I could go up there and slap the comedian?
But all it takes is one.
Yeah, but that one has always been there.
Right.
That one has always been there. Just never
the loudmouth that talks back and stuff like that. I just think
that one has always been there. If they get smart enough, stupid enough to get up and slap, they get fucked up like the one that did. So why is no one shouting? Well, that should put them off thinking of doing it. No one shouted that.
No.
They're only shouting that Will Smith slapped, and now people are gonna think they can. But what about the one that got fucked up? The one that tried it after Will Smith got fucked up.
I feel passionate about this, isn't it?
Because he got fucked. No, because he got fucked up.
Are you talking about the guy that was
got
Dave Chappelle?
On Dave Chappelle?
Yeah. The security fucked him up on stage. Yeah, his arm was broken and he went to hospital. Everything, but good. It's a double-edged sword kind of thing. Like, professionals are going to be like, oh my gosh, my life's being threatened now because I'm saying jokes. But also, it's like, if you do go up, look what could happen to you. Are we all going to agree that Will shouldn't have done that, but they took it too far?
10 years is too much, but the slapping's not okay.
Agreed.
Exactly. All right, I'm glad we agree because I thought I was going to have to punch you guys about it because I love me some Will. I love me some Will. And the second topic and the last topic I want to talk about, gentlemen, is quite annoying and very disappointing. The US Supreme Court overturned the abortion rights for women. And now currently, thus far, 13 states, it's already illegal. So it was overturned with 6-3 votes, which means that 6 people voted for abortion bans. And I reckon it's absolutely disgusting how women, or women's vaginas specifically, have less rights than guns in America.
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense, does it?
No.
It's like, I've always been a person that if I was ever in a situation where like a girlfriend or a woman that I was seeing wanted to get an abortion, I would like to know first.
Yeah, no, communication.
Have the conversation.
Should be a conversation.
It's a conversation because a lot of from my experience when I was younger, not I didn't experience it, but friends did. A lot of the reason why the women would get abortions is because of money or because they weren't ready. But if the man was willing to, and the lady was willing, obviously, to go through the pregnancy and have no responsibility for the child, that would be amazing if it's an option. But it should always be a woman's right, and no man and no law should ever intervene with that.
I want to know how many women were involved in making this decision.
I can tell you that. No, there was. So out of the women we have who voted yes is Sonia Sotomayor, Elena Keegan. They said yes. And women that said no was Amy. We have an Amy Coney, John Roberts. We have Neil Gorush and Samuel Alito. Go all fuck yourselves politely. And Clarence Thomas, who, by the way, is a black man, which I would thought you would have a bit more empathy. And he had the audacity to be like, oh, and now what we need to talk about is same-sex marriage and contraception.
Okay. My other thing is, why are there only that many people making such a big choice?
It's just the way the Supreme Court goes.
But it's such a huge choice.
Yeah.
Why is such a... we should be looking at background checks then of those few people and see, do they have children? What was their childhood like?
Well, guess what? 3 of them were inducted into the Supreme Court while the rule of Donald Trump. So they're really, really far Republicans, which is another thing that people were kind of like outraged about because they don't think that that type of person should be talking or making these type of laws and all these changes. And it's absolutely devastating because what I saw online now, women that have period tracking, that have their clinics attached to their phones, they're in danger now because if they now the data, that particular data, the state is allowed to take that information. So even though it's illegal, if a woman goes to a Planned Parenthood or goes to another clinic to even inquire about that, they can get done for that. And the people doing the procedures can get, I think it's $100,000 fine to life imprisonment for doing it.
So what's the repercussions if you have an abortion?
If you actually have it.
Yeah. Or can you just not get it?
No, I presume if it's illegal, you go to prison. But remember, if women get raped, they have to keep it. Yep. If it's incest, they have to keep it.
Really, and they've put that in writing.
Yeah. Isn't that disgusting?
Outrageous.
And for all our female listeners, it's just 3 men, but we are with you. We support you. We love you. This is not the way to do it. This is disgusting. And the fact that something that was overturned, that took so long
to be put in place.
50 years, apparently, roughly, it's been in place. And now all of a sudden, poof, back to normal. Or back to normal, back to the old normal. You know what I mean? And it's disgusting because the fact that a woman's vagina has less rights than guns is...
And a child possessing a gun.
It's incredible to me. And
committing the crime.
Right. You see how quick that was to overturn and you don't want to do gun crimes. What I did hear, it's because apparently, and this is why it's always got to do with race somehow, that in about 30 to 40 years... in America specifically, but worldly it's happening as well, a 100% white child will be no more. And so they're trying to preserve
white. Because one of the people, one of those names actually said, "Thank you for saving white lives."
Yes. Do you remember? Yes. They did a rally with Donald Trump. We did a rally recently with Donald Trump. And
Donald Trump was right next to
congratulate him for saving white lives.
Thank you for saving white lives.
Because they're in danger. A pure white person, which by the way, there's no such thing, but a pure white person in the American standard is in danger now. So they need those babies that would have been aborted because the large percentage of women, the race of women that being aborted is white.
Right.
But
so even though it saves black lives, that's not the point.
Right. So
based on the way she said it, because if you're considering it saving lives, then you're saving all lives. If that's how you're saying,
I just don't care why people care about other people so much.
Because
I know it's because they're making it not about other people. They're making it about
your pussy, your problem. Yeah, that's it. It's none of your business what I'm allowed to do and what not to do.
Why
especially a man.
Yeah,
especially a man.
Yeah,
are you kidding me?
Dave Chappelle spoke on this. He said, "Men, I'm sorry if you don't have a vagina. you need to stay out of it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with it.
It's gross. It's so gross. And it's such a shame because it's like, it's a country that, you know, a lot of people say, oh, land of the free and like a
There's
land of
nothing
opportunity.
free.
I would
There's
want to be
nothing free.
nowhere near that as a woman specifically.
Do you remember when America was that place though? When we all just wanted to be
Was
there?
it though? We were fed something.
My point is we were fed that to the point where we
Yeah,
believed
but we
it.
were only fed we want to go to Hollywood. We weren't fed we want to
What I
go
mean
to a
is that,
redneck
like,
state where
No, of course
Like-
not. Well, not that, but that's not what we saw.
we saw
we
white
only-
picket fences. And,
Yeah, but we wanted that. You know,
Yeah.
we were so highly influenced by the Americans.
yeah, but
And now I'm like,
because of the
fuck
media and films in Hollywood.
Definitely.
Hollywood.
It's going to be exactly what I call Hollywood. It's going to be so dangerous for women, but not all the states is illegal. So
Hopefully.
we'll keep you informed and reported on this because it's changed a lot. And for 13 states to already be illegal, that's scary times for women.
But the states have the right to not take it on, right? As you said.
Some California have kept it, and some are because it's so fresh. They're in talks about keeping it or not.
everywhere
now.
that's left.
Well,
Like
no,
of-
it's the map's quite splattered everywhere.
Really?
It's not as left and right as you think, yeah. But it should never be no one besides a woman's prerogative what they do.
Besides that woman.
what they do exactly.
You're right.
But this is just a little, I guess, little taster of what these episodes are going to be about. Sometimes we're going to agree, like today, and sometimes we're going to disagree. Trust
But
me.
we ended already, bro.
No, well, listen. I don't want. You know what it is. We could
like a
talk
sizzle
longer,
reel.
Yeah.
but I want to give people the breadcrumbs. Follow the breadcrumbs.
You're right. You're right.
Come on now.
Go. My
Come on
bad.
now.
I was getting excited. I got gassed.
Come on now.
Sizzle reel, bro.
Now, what I like to do in every episode is what's called the progressing question. And this is for my viewers. And again, if you're watching this on YouTube, the comments down below will be your best friend. Let me know. Now, for you religious cats, are you agreeing with this abortion overturn, with this new, law? Do you think that the Bible or the scripture is more important than the choice of a woman? There's no right or wrong answer. I would just like to know what you're thinking and your age, because I want to see generationally where we at.
Okay.
Because this is crazy to me, but it might not be crazy to you. If you're a person of faith or if you believe in the law and the law is your gospel, do you think that this abortion overturn is this a correct move?
And if you think it is, you're a dickhead.
No, that's what Kane thinks. I wouldn't think you're a dickhead. I would love to open the conversation, but it is kind of
It's a bit backwards.
it is a bit backwards.
But again, this is a safe space.
Right. Women, we love you.
We do.
We do.
Will Smith, we love you.
We do.
And I hope that this...
Where's your we do, bro?
Sorry, we do.
Mind how you behave, bro.
So I hope we've entertained and enlightened you. And I know this is a short one, but guys, guess what? There's episodes 2 all the way to 10.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Come on now, the progressing male. I am Francisco
Yes, sir.
Gomez. And I'm going to end it with my favorite term.
Let's hear it.
Remember, guys, to keep it real without the spiel.
Oh,
I like that.
That's nice.
See you next time, amigos.
Adios.
Adios.